Good morning. I'm currently in Franklin, Kentucky. So I stayed here last night and at a pilot here. 3 hours away from the Walmart in Coleman, Alabama. About 170 some miles. After I parked last night and I went inside to, there's Wendy's here. I went inside to have dinner while I was waiting in line. A gentleman walked by and said, "YouTube." I turned around and said, "Hey, what's up, man?" And come to find out, it's Zach. His name is Zach. He commented on my video about a week ago saying he's on the same account I am right now, but he's just switched over to a local account. And it turned out it's an intermodal account up in his area, which is awesome. You know, more home time, better pay, and just overall, and it's local. So, Zach, it was great meeting you last night, man. And I wish you all the best. Hope it all works out for you. He's like, "You're on your way back to Columbus right now, aren't you?" I was like, "No, I'm going to do this load and then go back up." I didn't tell him about the change in my, because technically I should have been in Columbus already, remember? But we was able to figure out how I can get my PTO without losing it, but continue to work. So he'll know about that on today's video, because today is Sunday. So we're going to continue out this load and work our way back up into Ohio and get ready to turn this truck in. But for now, I'm going to do a pre-trip and then walk inside, grab me a Baconator for breakfast and a Monster, and let's get down the road. All right, 33 minutes later. Took me that long to do this pre-trip. Tell you why. Pre-trip should last maybe 10-15 minutes, but there really is no time frame on a pre-trip. As long as you thoroughly are confident that you have thoroughly checked everything to be safe. But there is no time limit. Some people say 15 minutes. DOT officers, some people say that they'll look if you're not there 15 minutes. They don't feel like you've done a thorough job, so whatever. But I have noticed over the past some weeks that my splash guard on my driver's side, splash guard is the guard right in front of on your tractor, right behind your sleeper, right there where the trailer connects. It's sort of a front mud flat, but it's plastic or metal or whatever, in front of your drive tires, in front of your drive axles. It just prevents a mess on the back of your tractor and spray up and flap and all that stuff, like mud flaps do. But this is for the front. So the driver's side, and these here at Schneider are made out of plastic. And I've noticed over the past some weeks that the bracket has been, cracking, and the cracks been getting bigger and bigger. I guess I didn't realize how big it had gotten, because this morning I saw it just lower than normal, and I played with it, tried to kind of push it back, and it's just not. There was like that much bracket left around the bottom, because it's like kind of split, like up here around there. Here's the tube, and it goes around, and it kind of angles off like this, and then it kind of forms into a shape of the splash guard. So it's hanging down. It was like rubbing against the tire, or so close to the tire that it would have rubbed when I started driving. The last thing I want to do is have a part fall off my truck, or somebody's windshield, cause an accident, blah blah blah. You get the picture. And I have a crescent wrench. My little wrenches that I have, none of them are big enough for that. I think it was like a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. But I have a couple crescent wrenches, so I got a crescent wrench loosened at the bolt. I kept prying, trying to get that thing off that support rod. And ultimately, I just wanted to get a hammer and just beating that shit off. It took me a while to do it. Yeah, so that thing is now over there in the garbage. I contemplated it's too big to fit under my storage in the truck. I wasn't going to put it up here in my seating or in my sleeper. It's just dirty and muddy. So it's over there in the dumpster. But another thing in the life of trucking, I was trying to think about anywhere here, because I'm in Franklin, Kentucky right now. I'm going to Coleman, Alabama. Are are there any shops between here and there? We have a little somewhat of a OC in Nashville, but I've never been there because I've always heard it was worse than Obet's. Maybe it's just a drop yard. I'm gonna look on the directory to see if it is an actual OC, and if it is, I'm gonna look up the phone number for that place, see if it has a maintenance shop, and if they do, I'll see if they're working. I'll just go by there. I'm only 30 miles from Nashville, and see if they'll put a splash guard on here for me. Yeah, I'll do that. So let me just be diligent. I just want to make sure, right? So, all right, but that's the start of my morning. But I did go and just Wendy's got my Baconator, and I got my. I haven't even popped it open yet, or even ate yet, because I just got back in the truck. Got me a Monster. After that little bunch of mechanical work, I'm a mechanic. No, whatever. Shut up. I deserve a Monster. So okay, yeah. Let me check out that Memphis thing. I'll holler at y'all a little bit. All right, so the answer to the Nashville thing is no. We don't have a whole thing. I think we just got a drop shop there. It wasn't showing up on the list of locations, list of maintenance locations. So, yeah, so still going around without that splash guard. Let me see. I can't really see it from here. Maybe I'll show you when I get back out here in a second. But I've dropped the trailer. I've dropped the loaded trailer at Walmart. Now I had to go like around the block to come to their drop yard. I just did my brake test on my empty that I grabbed. Not a very good selection here. I got a 15 model. I like getting them 18 or higher, just because the newer trailers usually more maintained and haven't really been out here long enough to get destroyed yet. Normally, not always. But yeah, so we got our pre-assignment. We got to go to Dixon, Tennessee, take that load. We got a live load in the morning at 8 a.m. and we'll drop it off in Van Buren, Ohio at the Home Depot up near Findlay, Ohio. And then after that, head down to Obet's, down to Columbus. So it's 160 miles from here to my live load for the morning, 2.5 hours. There's a Flying J like 2 miles, 4 miles from this place. I'm gonna stay there. I'll be there about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna go ahead and park, which is okay, which is fine. I park there. I do a load of laundry or something, get a shower, and get up in the morning. Be over there by 8 o'clock. Now, the issue that I'm gonna run into, which I'll probably show you all how to do during this video, if I need to. Right now, I have 15.5 hours left on my 70-hour clock. Oh, hold up. I was looking, you know what, am I going to get there tomorrow? Tomorrow's Monday. I won't be there. You know what? If I have to reclaim some hours, then I will, but I'm just looking now. I get 4.5 hours back on recap on Tuesday. And I was thinking I was going to reclaim about 4 hours. But now that I'm noticing the recap coming up, I'm not going to need to. But if you're curious how to reclaim hours, like anytime you put on duty, any on duty time, and the reason I do it, most of y'all don't do it, because most of y'all don't have on duty non-driving pay, hourly pay. Schneider offers that. So when I'm actively working, whether it be pre-trip, post-trip, or no, forget the pre-trip and post-trip, always got to be there. You can't take them off. But when if I'm live loading, or if I'm setting on maintenance, or I'm broken down, a lot of people will go off duty on that just to save their clock. But I don't, because I get hourly pay for that shit. But I was thinking on the way through here that I may have to reclaim some of those hours just to be able to make it back to Columbus without having to do a reset. But now that I noticed the recap, I'm not going to need to do that. But if you have to, you can go back and change that in your ELD, in your history, and over the past, in this current 70 working clock, and go in there and change and edit that marked stop that you have listed as a maintenance breakdown. So I had one for 4 hours the other day, right? So I was going to go ahead and turn that, make that into off-duty time, which would give me that 4 hours back. Wouldn't get paid for it, but I would get it back to where I could still move to get this truck turned in. Maybe I'll get into the ELD into the clock one day and show you specifically how to do it. But it's just as easy going down, go back to that date, go down to that time block to have you where you have it listed as maintenance or breakdown, and just edit the status to off duty. It'll ask you why. I just put reclaimed hours. I'm not sure if that's legal or not, but I'm always honest. I don't think I've actually had an inspection to where I've had to do that yet, so whatever. Anyway, that's it. I'm babbling. I need to get out of here. Air's back up. I need to slide my tandems. Let's do that right now, actually. They're already unlocked. I need to bring them forward. Right about... let's go back up. My freaking accelerator went stuck. Let's go back a little further, right about there. But these are all the way back. I like my tandems right around 42, 43 feet. That's just where I like them. Especially when I'm empty and it's windy. So anyway, that's it. Let's head towards the Flying J where we're going to park for the night. While I'm out of the truck, I figured I'd just pull my kingpin or my release handle, just locked it back there. This is what I was talking about right here. See that splash guard right there in front of the tires? See this? I had to take it off this morning because it broke. Just plastic. You can kind of see that plastic piece going up from like the clamp to the actual splash shield. That's what broke, and it just eventually over time got bigger and bigger. And when I got out here this morning, it was kind of hanging down to here, and I noticed, and I know when I was driving, the wind's going to push it up against the tire. I think I already see some tire nicks anyway because of it. So yeah, it's just better to take it off, and when I get back to Columbus, tell them they'll put one on it, and yeah, be all taken care of. All right, we are at the Flying J, and we are 6 miles from our live load in the morning. So that's it. The day is done. I got here, I've been here for 34 minutes now. I've been downloading footage from the camera, from the dash cam. So it's now 4:19 Central Standard Time. I am going to go ahead and do a little laundry. Right now, it's just gloomy. I mean, I feel pretty tired. I feel like I can just go back to take to sleep. If I go to sleep right now, I'll have a hard time later probably. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm parked for the night. And unless something exciting happens, I'll see you on the morning. Oh, good morning, YouTube. Monday morning, 7:11 a.m. I got to be over by a live load at 8. So let's get a pre-trip out the way. Alright, be sure to look under there, make sure nobody pulled your kingpin overnight. Pick your landing gear, make sure there's no damage there. Check the side of your trailer, make sure no one smacked you while you were sleeping. Make sure your lights are working. Come on, blink. Blink, damn it, there you go. the ABS light comes on. Sure, all four of your lights come on, your marker lights, your brake lights, license plate light. This is an empty trailer. Blink, damn it. Blink. Blink, I say. Thank you. Check your belts, make sure the tensions are right. Check all your fluids. All your lights are cab lights. I always kind of have a tradition or a routine. Blinky, blinky, high, high, low, low, or low, low, high, high. All right, looking good. All right, I'm in the dock. I've been here for, how long have I been here now? I've been here for 52 minutes. Well, 52 minutes in the dock being actively loaded. I thought when I pulled up, I see a bunch of pallets. There's a couple of companies here. I see a bunch of just like wooden pallets across the property. I guess I assumed by seeing that I was getting a bunch of pallets, but they're loading me very sporadically. If it was pallets, they usually just kind of like already have them pre-staged in the dock door, like stacks of 2 or rows of 2, about trailer height and however long it takes, and they just kind of take a forklift and just push it all into your trailer, and you're usually done in about 10 minutes. So maybe that's not what's going on here. They're, like I said, they're loading me very sporadically. And, I don't know, been here almost an hour already. The light's still red. They still come in. So I feel them getting in my trailer every so often. But I got a pre-assignment. It's supposed to go from Lima, Ohio to Jacksonville, Florida. I called him. I was like, my team leader, he does the onboarding process every Monday for new drivers. So he wasn't available. And the guy I talked to, I was like, this may not be common knowledge yet, public knowledge around the office yet, but I'm going on our operator. I told him my plan. I'm supposed to be there tomorrow afternoon to clean out the truck, and then Wednesday we'll have our exit interview and blah, and I'll load up and go. And the biggest problem was that if they would have set this up as a relay, which they did, to where I can just take it from Lima, Ohio, at Procter & Gamble to Obetz and just drop it off as a relay, which is fine. But the problem is this load doesn't even start. The appointment time doesn't even start until Wednesday. I'll be on the road by Wednesday. I should be on the road Wednesday. So I called him back. I said, yeah, they changed it from to Jacksonville to as a relay to Obetz, but the appointment time is Wednesday. So I said, okay. Let me get it figured out for you. I'll get it worked out. And I was like, the plan is to get me to Obetz tomorrow afternoon. That way I'll have the remainder of the day, pack up everything, get everything in my totes. I haven't done it yet. So there's one little tote right there. That's just one of the small ones. I got 3 big ones up here that are, I think that's like maybe a 10 quarter, and the other ones are 60 quarters. So they're pretty big. So the other reason I haven't even started that, even though I said I needed to, I don't really have anywhere to put some things without the fear of them falling around. I mean, I can't put it over here on the seat because I bought my mirror. And the floor, I'll have it over to move around. Big house, I need space. So I'm just going to do it all at once. Pack everything up, sort it the way I need to. Up them under the bunk with my tools and shit on one side and supplies on the other. And then wipe everything down, sweep it out. Voila, good. I've honestly thought about leaving my CB, my microwave, and my TV in here. Why? For one, the CB the other day quit working. I'm sure it's just a fuse. I just haven't taken time. I haven't cared enough to look into it to see why. It's either the fuse on the back of the power connector on the CB, it could be the power connector of the truck, but I know, or it could just be a fuse that powers that element in the truck. But I know when it quit working, my FM radio or the truck stereo was really, really staticky in the speakers at one point for like half the day. And then I noticed my CB just stopped working. The next day, the radio's fine, stereo's fine, the CB just has no power to it. So, but I also want to get a what I call a big boy radio. So, I want to invest money into a nice, good, powerful radio, dual antennas, and I plan on going to the Ray's CB shop in West Memphis. I hear that's a really, really good shop. I won't be in Carlisle for a while. I'm gonna go talk to Ray, see what they have, and see what the prices are like, and go from there. Probably looking at about $1,000 total for a nice, good CB install dual antenna. But I also want a Samsung TV, but I don't think they don't make 24 inches. I couldn't even find a 27-inch. I don't want a monitor. Every time I do a search for a 27-inch or 24-inch Samsung Smart TV, all they showed me is monitors and TV. No, I need a TV. So, if you know, 24, 27-inch Samsung, 27, I think I can fit up to 27 in the Cascadia. So even a 27-inch Samsung Smart TV. But what I want a Samsung is because all my other devices are Samsung devices. They just communicate with each other easier, and it's just better for what I have, the setup that I have. And I think these 2024 trucks, from the videos that I've seen, I think they already have a microwave. So no point in lugging a microwave around if I don't need to. Then again, I need to be cheap, save money, and frugal. And there's nothing wrong with the TV I have or the microwave. So most likely, I'll probably just leave the CB in here. I'll let the next driver take care of it or whatever, and then I'll leave a little note saying, "Hey, it stopped getting power. Probably just a fuse. I just didn't care enough to look at it." But I'm probably just going to go ahead and I ain't going to take the TV and microwave just because. And if the microwave, and if that truck does have a microwave in it, I'll just ask one of the people up there, one of the newer drivers, "Hey, y'all want a microwave? Here, have this one." Anyhow, all right, it's now 57 minutes I've been in this dock, so we'll see how long it takes. I'm 7 hours. I'm 469 miles from the Home Depot in Van Buren, Ohio. And I am 446 miles away from my scheduled fuel stop at the Pilot in Beaver Dam, Ohio. So if I can get out of here, and I've got 10 hours left on my 70-hour clock. So if I can get out of here sometime in the next hour, I can make that fuel stop tonight. That's where I plan on stopping at tonight, is at that fuel stop. 446 miles away. And then overnight I'll get 4 hours back, and that'll be plenty enough time for me to drop that load at 20 miles away from the Home Depot, and then get down to Obetz, which is only 100 miles away. 90 miles away, something like that. Anyhow, we'll see how it all works out. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all you guys, man. You guys are awesome. You don't realize how much you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So not pallets. It's 35,000 pounds of tile. Floor tile, wall tile, whatever tile. We are now in Horse Cave, Kentucky. I've been here a few times. I've even slept here once. But it's been on the road for 2 hours, 45 minutes. I need to reset. I gotta drain the bladder and maybe grab some cheddar bagel dogs here at Love's in Horse Cave, Kentucky. Alright, I'm parked. I didn't realize it as I was getting off the exit, but when I pulled in here, I recognized a lot. Remember the video that was titled "I Slept with a Swift Driver"? Dan, the Swift driver who was out with his trainer. This is where I met him, at this truck stop in this pilot in Franklin, Ohio. I just think it's cool, full circle deal. I'm 100 miles from where I need to be, but I just went ahead and stopped. I've been here a couple hours. I was wanting to go to Waffle House because I haven't had Waffle House in forever, but they were just packed. I don't wait, so I went to the into the pilot, got a couple of their burgers, and now I'm just at 7:25 in the PM. I'm just tired. I'll get up in the morning. They took that load off of me. Remember the one that said it was going to Jacksonville, then it was going to be relayed to Obetz, but the appointment time was like off. I'm like, so they didn't have anything. They didn't take care of it. So I called about 4 o'clock, talked to my leader. He took care of it, but I don't know how they're going to get me back to Obetz yet. So I can't just drive without being told to. So overnight, I'm sure I'll have an assignment getting me there. But anyhow, that's it. I just want to lay back and relax and. Yeah, just relax. So have a good night. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, morning. Get up. I am in the fuel aisle of where I slept last night because my fuel solutions is being wonky, which should be okay anyway because my original fuel stop when I started this trip was in Franklin, Ohio, which is where I'm at. But throughout the day, it updated to go up to Beaver Dam, Ohio. So as long as this was an original suggested thing, I shouldn't have any issues with fuel compliance or anything like that. So, but yeah, now it's time to say, hey, you can make it the rest of the way. I got 120 miles to go. I'm about halfway between a eighth and a quarter of a tank. I probably could make it, but I don't want running below a quarter of a tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up here. And that way by the time the truck gets back to the office, the next driver ain't got to worry about it for a minute. So, yeah, I'm going to grab fuel, I'm going to grab breakfast, and by the way, it's 9:06 a.m. I woke up at 6. I sat up in my bed at 6. And drink me a bottle of water, like I normally do in the mornings. I just drink some water. And I sat there and thought about it. I was like, nah. I ain't ready for this. So, yeah, we're going to get fuel. I'm going to walk inside. I'm going to grab me some sort of breakfast sandwich and a Monster. I need a Monster this morning. And then we're going to head to the Home Depot in Van Buren, Ohio, and get rid of this load. And then call and figure, because I haven't got a way, they haven't routed me back to Obetz yet. I'm going to have to call them and say, hey, how am I getting back here? Because you can't move the truck without being told to move the truck. Specifically. So, alright, anyway. Let's get this done with. Alright, I'm at Obetz with the OC. They just back the trailer in. All I gotta do is get out and disconnect it and drop it. I am gonna go into the shop here and let them know about that splash guard. And there's a work order in for replacing some of the data connection equipment stuff, the modem or what have you. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here and start the next one for the transition. Yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys. I've got all these emotions going through me right now. Nervousness. I'm nervous as hell. I'm anxious. I'm excited. I'm scared. You have all these thoughts. Am I doing the right thing? How's it going to work out? But you know what? I said before, I have faith in me. And the reason I wanted to kind of end things the right way with Schneider, because they've been good to me. They have. There's like I said, no company's perfect. But the 15 months I've been here is a 90% positive rating. And granted, there's times where my mental goes boom and because I get frustrated about other stupid shit beyond really anybody's control except, anybody's control. There's some things that I don't like, but you know what? If after a while I feel like it's not working, I'll always have this option to come back or elsewhere, wherever I want. It's just I'm not saying wherever I want, but I have options. So that's it. Just think about what you're doing when you're doing the transitions. I don't really believe in the 2-week notice thing or, burning bridges, blah, 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 whatever. If you want to quit, just quit. Because if a company wants to fire you, they're going to fire you right on the spot. They're not going to give you a 2 week. Say I'm firing you in 2 weeks, right? So, but I didn't really want to burn this bridge because they've been good to me. So anyway, that's it for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you.